Some they call it functional alcoholism, but if you know anything about Ben, he's got vision with precision, microphones and a tinkle of derision. You're about to hear what beer can be. It's time for Barley and Me.
Welcome to Barley Me. I'm your host, Ben Rice, episode 163. We're here today in West Sacramento talking with Erle Mankin of Jackrabbit Brewing, not only about Jackrabbit Brewing, but also one other major thing.
Was that for me?
That's for you.
I'm the owner of Jackrabbit Brewing, co-owner, operations manager, president of the Sacramento Area Brewers Guild, and excited to talk about Sac Beer Week.
That is coming up soon.
Yes, very soon. It's going to be on April 22nd. Friday, April 22nd through May 1st.
And as usual, Sac Beer Week, more than a week.
Yeah, slightly more than a week. We try to steal 2 weekends and a week.
Yeah. So you covered the full week and then a weekend after. Yeah. So start Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. So
and Sunday after.
Yes, correct. Starts on a Friday. There'll be a lot of, we're doing a beer fest, Sac Mac and Beer Fest on Saturday. And we're doing the Rising Together beer that we've done last year.
Yeah.
Rising Together beers, it's a fundraiser for the Sacramento Area Brewers Guild where we collaborate and kind of showcase some of the breweries in the area. And we release around the same time. A lot of us are releasing Friday the 22nd of April. So there's that to look forward to.
Yeah, and are you guys doing the same recipe as because it's a collaboration between all the breweries that are in the guild. That seems like an undertaking.
Yeah, it's the collaborativeness of it comes, from whoever wants to be involved can get involved if they're in the Sacramento area. Sometimes you have people come over and brew yours, or maybe you're going over them to brew theirs with them. You can also take different twists on the recipe. It's an IPA. Who knows if it's going to be hazy or if it's going to be, West Coast, or it's going to be,
cold.
Cold.
Could be cold. Oh, are we allowed to say it?
I wasn't going to say it.
Are we allowed to say this in this room?
Yeah. Maybe it's going to be cold. No, ours is going to be cold.
Yeah. So are you guys basically like doing a demo kind of like, hey, vote for the hops you want, and it's like the top 4 hops get into this recipe, or?
No, and we don't really put restrictions on people. We're kind of branding it the same. We're calling it the same thing.
Okay.
So it's more like everyone's going to have the same named beer. There is a template for if you're going to package it and release it for bottles or cans or however you want to release that. Yeah, it's just kind of a fun thing that we all can get involved in, and it helps some of the smaller breweries who might not have the same distribution as some of the larger guys, and just kind of get out there and be put in front of some of these accounts. Some of these retailers out there that might want to do, tap takeover type situations, bring on a few different breweries with their different styles and see how the public takes to it.
Yeah, and that's always fun when you get like different takes on things, especially when there's like Pink Boots uses the same hop varieties and things like that. And there's another one that they're like, we're using this recipe basically, but kind of mess with the numbers and amounts you're doing. And those are always fun, because like, what's the difference that people will come up with? But this is like, hey, it's an IPA. It's called this, and it's involving Sacramento breweries. End of.
Yeah, exactly. Support this. This is your local breweries. This is your, the people that are here locally and part of the guild. And if you want to support Sacramento beer, that's a great chance to do it. You can't miss. If you see the beer name and it's called Rising Together, grab it if you want to support Sacramento beer makers. Yeah.
Of course, Sacramento Beer Week is a much larger thing than that. It's
Correct.
Madness, like we said, 10 days of drunken buffoonery.
Yeah, 10 days of different activities. We have the website that hosts all the events. So different breweries will post what events they have during the week. I know here we have some exciting things planned, everything from a concert to a bike ride to a fundraiser to an industry night. So pretty excited. And we're also planning a West Sac Wobble, something we do with our neighbor Bike Dog. Mm-hmm. This year we're actually going to include the brew bike. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They're going to
West Sac brew bike.
Well, yeah, it's the downtown folks, but they're going to come down and and shuttle us back and
Are
forth.
you getting Drake's involved at all? The barn?
Not this time. I mean,
I was trying to figure out.
Drake, you got my number. You reach out.
Yeah.
Not this time though.
Okay. Yeah.
We used to do it. There was 3 breweries on the street. Now there's 2.
Yeah. Very sad.
But yeah, we're just kind of holding on to it. We did like it. We love that time. We kind of like people to try the beers that's produced in West Sacramento.
Yep.
And just because there's only 2 of us producing beer out here now, doesn't mean that we shouldn't keep doing that event.
Yeah, I was wondering. That was one question I did want. Is that still happening? Because
it's
still 2 great breweries. They're still a half mile apart.
Yeah, and there's a winery too, and there's a bunch of taco. We call it the West Sac Taco District. No, Beer and Taco District. Sorry, I really messed that one up. It's the West Sac Beer and Taco District because there's a few taquerias around here and stuff that we like to support.
Yeah,
I don't want to list one because I have to list them all.
Yeah, well, I think you don't list 2. And they have to if they have your beer on.
No, I'm not. No, I'm no beer.
I'm saying, no, just because you don't want to make any enemies by leaving somebody else.
Yeah, I don't want to leave someone out. Yeah,
like,
I know where I like and I know where I don't like.
Okay,
but there are a few taquerias in the area, and then great food vendors. I mean, we rotate through at least 3 or 4 different taco truck style vendors, so we're pretty excited. And actually, we're doing one night where Vatos and Tacos is going to be here on a Friday night, and I want to say that aligns itself with the concert we're doing. So that's a pretty exciting night. They do great food, and they're local as well.
Yeah. What kind of concert are you putting on? What do you got here?
That's above my pay grade. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't let me choose. No. Yeah. They don't let me design merchandise, I'm just non-artistic.
Okay.
I'm purely a numbers and, dry joke kind of guy.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about Sac Beer Week
Which
Sacramento
Mankin Beer.
Sac Mac Beer Fest. That's exciting. And that's for the Brewers Guild. We put it on. We're excited about it. We anticipate, 20 to 35 breweries participating.
How many mac and cheeses though? It's the same. It's 1-to-1. Right?
I think 4 to 8 vendors with mac and cheese, and tickets are on sale already. So we're pretty excited. I don't think the cost is as high as other brew fests around. So it's out here, right down the street from here at the Riverwalk Park. It's down the street at West Sac at the Riverwalk Park. Like most breweries, a lot of them are still signing up to this moment, so it's kind of a fun thing. But I'm sure everyone's going to participate who can. So there should be a bunch of breweries out there, and people should get their tickets and head out there. And
where can they get those tickets?
They do sell them online. SacramentoBeerWeek.com website. There's a link at the top. Sac Mac Beer Fest. You can also follow us on all the social medias. And if you make me list those, I'm in trouble.
I'm going to make you list them.
Okay.
Because I know there's a second Instagram. So there's like...
Oh, no.
Yeah, the old one still exists.
You know what?
The new one...
When I talked about art, I'm just... The social media thing, too, is kind of beyond me. Instagram, Facebook. Just look up Sacramento Area Brewers Guild and then Sacramento Beer Week. Those are the 2... accounts that you probably want to follow if you want to follow Sacramento Beer and what we're doing.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm drinking some of your anniversary beers.
Oh, okay. Did you try them both?
I got them both.
Sweet.
Pilsner gone. West Coast hanging out.
Okay.
How was that? When was that? What's going on? What anniversary was it?
We celebrated 9 years on the 2nd of April. So we had a big, huge party. I think that's why my voice is gone still from a week ago. From over a week ago, my voice is already like, it was a heck of a party. Yeah, a bunch of fun stuff, but that was in the past. I'm excited about in a week and a half from now, getting ready for Beer Week.
And is this the 12th, 13th?
Is today the...
No, I'm saying for the year of how many beer weeks are we at now?
Another great question. You have all the good questions.
All the questions.
You have to feed me these answers because
I think we're on 12 or 13.
Yeah, I don't see how many years. I've been involved with the Sacramento Area Brewers Guild for just a few years now, so it predates.
It's changed hands.
Yeah,
I think there was a year it didn't happen. So it's like even if you go back to it was 2009, doesn't mean that it's. If you got to count 2009, that really is 14. So I think but I'm not even sure it is 2009. It could have been 2010. Could have been 11.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. I mean, Sacramento's been making great beer for a long time. Long before we were here and probably long after. So we're excited about our growth and how many breweries we've added in the last few years, even through COVID. Yeah, we have lost a couple.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, but we have added some, and excited about what the future brings, and how we can showcase ourselves this Sacramento Beer Week coming up.
And I think it's important to note that in Sacramento, I feel like every week is Sacramento Beer Week. There's so many local tap houses and tap rooms and bars that carry Sacramento stuff. Like, it's rare to walk into even the crappiest bar and see just big beer on. There's so much support for the local stuff.
Yeah, there's and that's growing nationwide, but especially in Sacramento, huge support across the board for local breweries. Yeah, huge support for local breweries, small batch, and some of the larger people. But we're excited about what the future brings, because it doesn't matter if there's 10 of us like there was 10 years ago, or there's 70 of us in the area like there is now. We're gonna keep doing what we do, and keep taking more of that market away from those big guys, because we're local. Come support us, and that's what the Beer Week's all about. That's showcasing us, our beer in the area, to maybe some outside areas who haven't experienced us, and we're just really proud of that. I know we are here at our brewery, and that kind of resonates throughout the Brewers Guild and all the other breweries. Everyone's proud of what they're doing, so come check us out.
Yeah. Is it getting involved with breweries that are outside of Sacramento? Is there kind of a tie-in to bring in those other brewers from LA, San Francisco, things like that? I know back in the day it used to be like just a madhouse of brewers from everywhere.
So what I'm seeing a lot of now is during Sac Beer Week, every brewery kind of puts on their best face. So we all throw events, and we make it really exciting for people to come and see our spaces, our tap rooms and whatnot. Come support our tap rooms directly to the producers. But there's also a bunch of retail beer sales that go on throughout the year who really support us throughout the year. And a lot of them are actually bringing on some people from out of the area, which kind of makes sense to me. They're bringing some people from the Bay Area or some breweries from Southern California, and they're doing some tap events and tap takeover type stuff with those folks. So it's great. We give you an opportunity to support us directly. There's also some places who will do our Rising Together beer collab days, where they'll bring on different brews from different breweries of the same beer.
Yeah. It's always fun to see those Sacramento versus San Francisco beers, takeovers and stuff really like fun. That. And I think the nice part about it is it allows people who are in Sacramento. I think a lot of people take the Sacramento scene for granted, as far as like, oh, we have access to this beer every day. How great can it be? But when you like put it up against a San Diego beer, Los Angeles beer, Portland beer, San Francisco beer, and you're like, oh, we know what we're doing up here too. Like Sac Beer Week's a nice way to remind you that, well, you could hunt down these whales elsewhere. You can find something very similar here, because there's a lot of world-class brewers here.
We have a few world-class breweries in this town. Just a few. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone knows. People travel. We have beer commuters that come up here and drink the beer in Sacramento for sure. There's so many people doing a really good job, and looking forward to continue on that path. Basically what it's about. Yeah.
So, start checking that website, which is sacbeerweek.com. Is that right?
Yep. SacramentoBeerWeek.com.
Get those events.
Yeah, get those events, and hopefully come check us out. Stop by, support the local tap room that you want to support, the local bottle shop.
Jackrabbit Brewing on West Sacramento.
Well, everyone knows I'm at Jackrabbit. If they want to come see me, I'm here 150 hours a week. They can come say hi. Just ask for the guy in the back. Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to another great Sac Beer Week. Glad the community's coming together again after a couple rough years, and the future's bright.
Yeah, I should probably ask this question. So I know there's been a lot of fluctuation, COVID reasons, other reasons for Sac Beer Week. Are we planning on doing Beer Week in April moving forward? I know it was in January, February, and then it was kind of like, maybe we'll do September, and then like.
I mean, I don't want to make any guarantees, but we do.
How
like.
Dare you?
We do like this time slot. It's funny because there's conflicts no matter when you do it.
There's no perfect time.
There's no perfect time, because we support a lot of these other events that we have conflicts with in other times. So yeah, we kind of like this time slot. I think it might be here to stay, but I wouldn't bet the brewery on it. I'll tell you that.
I mean, it's nice because it's not summer, so it's not overwhelmingly hot. You're not butting right up against SF Beer Week, which it used to do.
Yeah, exactly. It gets a little overkill.
And
if
then
you're
fall,
Northern
it's like
California.
you're dealing with weather again. Like this is like a night. It's like, oh, it's going to be like 75. That's a nice time to have a beer. It
is
and
perfect
cheese.
Beer weather. And
On
yeah,
the river.
for the beer fest, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to call it right now. It's going to be beautiful weather. Very little wind. I mean, I'm just making this up,
Yeah, I know. You can't guarantee that. We've had so many high wind
and it's going to be the
advisories.
best macaroni and cheese you've ever tried, and some of the best beer you've ever tried. And I know some of the brewers are really excited about releasing some special brews that day as well. So, come and see what people are saving special for that day.
Now, I know you probably can't answer this question.
I haven't been able to answer many of your questions.
Right to your head. But can we have, as far as the mac and cheese is concerned, a no pea guarantee? And I mean peas. No green peas in this mac and cheese. Can we get the no pea guarantee?
I promise you that our mac and cheese that we produce will not have peas in it. But I must warn you, we are not producing macaroni and cheese. So I cannot force anyone to do what's wrong with peas?
I don't know. It's just we don't need to throw things. We don't need to make mac and cheese healthy. There's no reason for that.
Peas aren't that healthy.
They're not that healthy.
Just like little air pockets.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing to them.
Especially like the frozen kind.
Yeah,
I doubt anyone would use
it's like
those,
we got peas and carrots in here. Like, what are you really doing?
Yeah, but I could see some like soybeans or something thrown in there. Something.
Like, I'm fine with you doing some weird stuff, but just like let's keep peas out of macaroni and cheese. That's my platform. And I've been talking about it for years.
I try to keep pea out of everything, correct?
Yeah, that's really what I want. Yeah. This is a no pea guarantee across the board.
You warned me this was a gutter podcast, man.
Yeah, I'm
straight
sorry.
to the gutter.
Look, you said you don't listen. If you listen for years, I'm strictly on this no pea guarantee.
Oh, okay. This is the thing. Yeah. How do you know? I mean, I might close it. Listen, I just lied to you.
You just lied to me. It's very possible.
Being around you, Ben.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a celebrity. But yeah, there was something else. Anyway, Beer Week. We're doing that. We did that. Brewers Guild. Tell us about that. We haven't touched the Brewers Guild. What is that? People don't even really understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, how would I? So it's just a guild. So Brewers Guild. All the local breweries are invited to be members of the Brewers Guild,
and they play D&D.
Some may. I missed that night. It's my Parcheesi night. But yeah, the members of the guild, we meet every couple months, and we plan a few events. And everything the guild does is to promote Sacramento area breweries. So we try to help that. So our membership and all our events are based on either like Sac Beer Week, bringing people here and experiencing all the breweries, or other events like awards. We do an award ceremony. Mm-hmm. We do a brewer's dinner, all things to highlight our local breweries in a collaborative way. And just kind of like, I hate to say it, but, rising tide type of situation where it lifts all boats.
I heard you were rising together. That's what I heard.
So we're rising together. The tide is rising together. We're going to lift all boats. And that's kind of what we are trying to do. And that's our main focus. We also, if you see those local passports, those beer passports locally.
Sac Beer Frontier?
Sac Beer Frontier. We also sell those. And you can find those on the website. I am sure of it. And if not, I'm sorry. That's the Sacramento Area Brewers Guild website, not the Sac Beer Week website, it looks like. But I think we're going to be selling those live at SacMac this year, so that's pretty exciting. So if you don't have a passport or don't know what that is, you have to attend SacMac and Beer Fest.
Yeah, there's no other way to find out about it.
There's no other way. And we're going to have somebody there explaining everything about that.
Yeah, just one person thousands of people.
Yes, thousands of people. And hopefully everyone grabs one of those there as well.
Hopefully there's a megaphone involved. It's
a
repeating loop.
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Ben, this has been a real pleasure.
I'm a monster.
Thank you.
So if I could just do some plugs for me, that's what I have to do.
I'm glad we got the practice round over. Can we go to the real one?
Yeah, so the real podcast starts now. Okay, let me just tell you up front, this West Coast, big fan. This was with King Kong and Station 23.
They're out of Colorado.
Oh, okay. I did a run through Colorado last year when I thought that airplanes had limited capacity, and it turns out they didn't. And I was like, oh, I've made a mistake. I've made a huge
26.
mistake. It was my guts. I'll take responsibility.
No, but then I let it pass. I should have just been quick.
When you throw in numbers, I thought. Although to be fair, you did say earlier you're a numbers guy, so you should have known it right away.
When I said I'm a numbers guy, I like to count money. That's what I meant.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So if
I'm the numbers guy.
Yeah, and then also we had the Pilsner.
Oh, the anniversary beer is a Kolsch.
Oh, that's right. Shit, that's me. I'm a beer guy.
Yeah.
I can't be responsible for.
So did you drink the Kolsch?
I had the Kolsch.
You don't know shit about beer.
I don't know anything about anything.
What?
That
Why do you do a beer podcast?
I've been on the West Coast.
Is this even a beer podcast?
I've been on the West Coast since I walked in this room.
Yeah, I mean, the West Coast is good. I can't vouch for whatever the heck was in the other glass.
It was a Kolsch, and that's my mistake.
I don't even know what you're drinking right now, man.
I'm drinking the West Coast.
I should have poured it for you. The West Coast, I know. And I know it's an excellent beer. I think it was 7.2%. Really nice beer. I like that one.
Well, happy anniversary, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Fucking whatever.
9 years. That's
9
lifetime.
years. Yeah.
Coming up on a decade. Just round it up.
Holy shit. It's been a long time this little bunny's been around, huh?
10 years. 10
Rabbit.
years.
Hair.
Yeah.
Did you know that... I don't like to do stupid facts. Never mind.
You better do a stupid fact. I'll throw one back.
Moving on.
Nope. Sorry. I was listening to a podcast earlier today that discussed the scene in Monty Python and the Holy Grail where they're like, oh, there's this terrible rabbit. But it turns out that in the time period they're talking about, that was like a thing that people believed, that they were like killer rabbits. Mm-hmm. There's like all this artwork of rabbits killing humans. So
what I was going to say is, a jackrabbit is actually not a rabbit.
Oh.
It's a hare.
Okay. And the hare, I've always thought that they were interchangeable.
That was my stupid fact. But I always say the rabbits and this and rabbit, but they're not. There's something to do with the ears and the length. I don't know. I don't keep up with all the rabbit news either.
Yeah, we're just dumbing it down for humans as usual.
Yeah. But that is my little tidbit of trivia.
Okay, so these are a very important question.
You see a lot of our beers have the word hair in them, so yeah, we
the hair of the dog, for instance.
The hair of the dog. Yeah. Yes. What about that?
No, just the HARE of the dog.
Oh, the beer we did a few years ago. Is that what you're talking about?
I have no idea if you
we did
a
beer.
Great.
We did. I think that was a collaboration we did with Bike Dog 3 years ago.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
The hair of the dog. No, maybe we did. I don't know.
Bring it back. That's what I'm. If you haven't done it, do it.
You know what? How many things can you do with hair? We're actually doing one, the bear and the hare. We're doing we have a partnership with Sac Republic.
Okay.
The local football club, soccer club.
The FC.
The FC, and we sell some beer out there at the games, and also do a bunch of collaborative events with them, which are exciting. And that beer's called The Bear and the Hare, HARE. And bear, obviously.
BARE.
BEAR. No, you're BARELY. Keeping up here.
Yeah. Oh man. Boo. Okay. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just going on tangents at this point. All right, I have to do my promo stuff. Like I said 12 minutes ago. So Barley Me, you can follow it across social media. Barley Me Pod. We should probably ask, where do you find Jackrabbit Brewing? Where do you get all the info, hot info?
JackrabbitBrewing.com.
Boom. There we go.
And all the social medias.
Yeah, I mean,
all of them.
Just get to
There is a Jackrabbit Brewing in London as well, so sometimes people start to follow them.
Fuckers.
But you'll know when you're with us.
Yeah.
You'll see.
When there's way too many porters on the list. Like, this is all porters all the time. Okay.
I mean, they need a social media guy, I'll tell you that, or gal.
Oh, boy.
Or person.
Shots fired.
Yeah. Actually, reach out. If you guys need me to run your social media, I have a person for you.
Yeah, and he's got the logins.
Just send over the logins. Yeah.
It'll be an accident, but it's the same. All right. Barley Me Pod across social media. For me, as far as Beer Week, I have a baby, so it's hard to get out to stuff. I'll see what I can do. But I am on the kickoff, the 22nd of April, like we've discussed several times, April 22nd, come on down to Fort Rock Brewing at 7 p.m. Got a free comedy show with headliner Saul Trujillo, a regular at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, originally from Stockton. Wonderful, wonderful comic, wonderful person. He will kiss you on the forehead if you are okay with that. He's great. Scott Powers supporting. That'll be an experience you won't forget. I'm just going to go in reverse. I have a bunch of shows that week. It's like too many shows. The week of too many shows. Shit.
Well, I'll just plug, Fort Rock's a really big supporter of the Sacramento Area Brewers Guild. So, that's really neat that you're doing it at a brewery. That's great. I
do so many shows at breweries. It's an embarrassment. I'm always supporting. They're always supporting me back. And, that's why I'm bringing back a show. So this is not Sacramento area, but it is Sacramento owned.
Okay, I'm going to plug my ears.
I'm going in reverse. I'm going in reverse because that's the kickoff date is the 22nd. But just know, next week, comedy, you want it? I got so much of it. The 22nd, kicking off Beer Week, Fort Rock, Saul Trujillo, great. if you're like, I want to start my beer week early and not in Sacramento, maybe on the 21st, that's the Thursday, you head down to Vacaville to Beer 40 Community Taphouse and watch Dennis Gaxiola work on his new hour that's going to be performing for Dry Bar Comedy in Utah. So he's doing a dry run of his Dry Bar Comedy special for free Thursday the 21st.
Oh, I like free. I'm going to head down there.
Yeah, and he's great. He's a phenomenal comic. He does he's already got a Dry Bar special. He's working on his second one, which is all clean comedy. He works at churches. He works at jails. He's a cool dude. April 20th at 420, I got a show. You got to do a 420 show. Crooked Lane, we're bringing back, by popular demand, Anthony Kay, who has sold out the Gallo Center in Modesto a few times. Back by popular demand. Unfortunately, the popular demand was 2019. I don't know if something happened, but let's just say we had him in 2020, but for some reason he couldn't perform. We wouldn't allow him to perform. So he's finally coming back to Crooked Lane. He was a featured performer previously. Now he's headlining. And I featured him because I wanted to be that headliner like a real challenge. So that's only $10 at crookedlanebrewing.com. Check it out. Great show. And then this is the one I really came here to talk about. Next Sunday, this current Sunday coming up, the 17th. Sunday, 17th at SacYard Community Taphouse, 7 p.m.
SacYard, all right.
Eddie Pepitone. Do you know Eddie Pepitone? New York comedy legend.
We're old school pals, yeah,
for
sure.
The Bitter Buddha. He has a special from 2020 that was considered one of the funniest comedy specials in the world in 2020. He's been doing comedy since the 80s. He's been on Flight of the Conchords, all kinds of characters. Angry, vitriolic, hilarious, sweet. It's a very strange combination. The Bitter Buddha, that's why they call him that. It's like it's very angry, but it's like there's a message there, and he's very sweet. He hasn't been in Sacramento in years. I think we're at 15, 20 years since he's come to Sacramento. And truly,
been that long since I've seen him. Gosh,
truly a legend in comedy. Tickets are only $20 on Eventbrite.com. With him, JT Habersaat, and then who's the punk rock comedian with the #1 album on iTunes a couple weeks ago, and local Becky Lynn and DNA. It's going to be a great show.
Sounds like an exciting week.
Tons
2
of
weeks,
comedy.
3 weeks. Yeah.
I've done too much. This was too much talking.
I know. That's my belly's going to hurt from laughing so much.
Just come to all the shows. Come to one, come to all. They're all going to be so good.
I mean, I totaled it up. I think it's going to cost me $40.
$30.
30. 2 free shows and then a 10 and a 20.
Yeah.
$30. I get 4 shows.
4 shows, $30.
You should actually just sell it like that.
I should.
You should just say $30 for give me 30 for 4 shows, and then
And then I'll give you the.
I mean, tickets. I can only help you.
There's only tickets.
You can lead a horse to water,
right?
But you can't make.
I mean, I haven't thought of it that way, but I should definitely be doing that.
Yeah, I told you I'm a numbers guy.
I'm not a marketer. This is great. I'm going to do that. When I get home, that's going up. 4 shows, $30. Hit me up. DM me. Send me the money, and I will get you the 4 tickets, even though only 2 of them have tickets.
Exactly.
But it's fine. I'll eat. I will. If you do that, I will eat the ticket processing cost.
So are you going to be on stage at any of these?
I will be on stage for 3 of these.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crooked Lane, I used to host every time, and we were doing it twice a month. And it was 15 minutes. And so within 4 months, like, fuck this guy. So I go once a year. But I'll be there. I'll be at all of these.
Yeah, they're great members of the Brewers Guild as well.
Oh yeah, I love them so much.
Yeah. So I can imagine them saying, "Fuck this guy."
Well, no. They're very much on board. They wish I did more. I'm like, no. For the audience, you should not have me here more.
No, you just don't want. Yeah.
Overkill.
They're like, I have a great comedy story about Jackrabbit. We did some comedy and there was an open mic night once and.
Oh boy. Well, that's always.
And I mean, I wish you were involved because it sounds like you do a clean show, but.
I can do a clean show.
There was an Indian comedian and he was so vulgar and there wasn't that many people in the audience, but the people that were there got really, really felt uncomfortable. And I actually had an employee of mine say I don't want to work that night again. It was so vulgar. And I was like, wow. And I was thinking to myself, I like comedy. I don't care where they go with it. It's funny to me, but I felt really bad. So
yeah.
None of that stuff, right?
I put on, the nice part about booked shows is they're booked.
Yeah.
You get to cultivate.
Yeah. You get to say, this is for adults.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we were obviously, there were adults here, but
there's no control. You can't control an open mic. You can't control it. They're going to work on new material that they haven't thought through.
Yeah.
So maybe it's we thought this was going to be this, but it ends up being this other horribly offensive thing.
Yeah.
I had a joke about peanut butter allergies, and I realized it was steeped in Like, I was like, oh yeah, you should just like segregate people that are allergic to peanut butter in elementary school. I'm like, I probably shouldn't ever say that again. So like, it's just like, you haven't worked it out. Like, you're like, this is a funny thing. Then you realize what you're actually saying. And you're like, oh no.
This guy could have taken a shit on stage and been more classy.
Yeah. So
he was terrible.
Yeah. I put on a class about how to run shows, and I'm like, if you're new, don't run a show because you don't know anybody. You can't cultivate a lineup. I'm like, you should run an open mic, and this is how you run an open mic. You don't go to a thriving business on a busy night. That's my personal stance on that. But these are all cultivated shows. I can account for everybody. I also, when I run a show,
4 for 30.
Yeah, and when I'm on the stage, I will always point out that I will always be the worst comic you see. So if you can power through my set, you'll have a good time.
Okay, so you keep putting me on the. Are you going to be at the Sac Mac event?
No. I have a baby, and my girlfriend's out of town that night, so I will not be there. I did think about it. I was like, okay, can this be done?
I'm just thinking if we can sneak a baby in.
I mean, I can sneak a baby in because I think that's okay because they.
I mean, we need that extra person at the passport booth.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know all about the passports.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
I'll shout it out.
Yeah.
I'll go a horse.
Yeah.
For that.
Okay.
Horse on the course. That's what I. Because it's kind of like the Riverwalk's like kind of a.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's outdoors. It's overlooking the river there. It butts up to the river. It's an amazing location. It has a little hill that kind of leads down. Yeah, it's a great event. We haven't done it in 2 years.
Yeah.
And the last one was probably, definitely top 3 Brewfest of the years that we enjoyed. Gosh, it's Brewfest season though. So I'm pretty excited about all these festivals coming up and all the showcasing of beer, but especially during Sac Beer Week.
And showing people what 9 years of Jackrabbit's got in store for them. What are you serving?
Yeah. Oh, we're thinking about doing beer that week.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, you could be pouring liquid mac and cheese.
We have 20 taps. One's nitro. But we also.
Oh, sorry for the beer, the Sac Mac.
I'm not telling you that.
Oh, you're not. No,
it's super secret.
Okay, super secret beers.
Super duper secret.
One old standby.
One
specialty beer.
I'll tell you, but you got to pause the mic.
That's what I'll
okay.
Put it over it. I've got the sound clip in there.
We're doing beer that day.
Oh, perfect.
Great beer.
Beers for everybody.
Beer for everybody. Anyone who gets in the door can have some beers. Let's go.
Including my baby.
No.
Are there physical doors?
That's a good question.
Because there aren't, then you haven't lied. Because nobody can get through the door because there is no door to get through.
You're so smart, man.
I really thought it through.
You really cut through all the BS. Get to the.
I'm grasping at straws at this point, and there will be no straws.
No, we don't. We don't
drink beer with straws.
No, we don't do. No, the straws are just bad for the environment. You got to bring your own. BYOS.
Yeah, and it better be metal and washable.
Oh
and
man, have you ever chipped your tooth on a metal straw?
Not yet, but it's a real fear.
Let me show you this.
Okay, this is great for podcasting. All right, we gotta go.
I'm so over you, Ben.
I'm sorry.
We can just stop. Was this supposed to be a certain amount of time?
No.
Oh, okay, because you only paid me for the half hour.
Yeah, I didn't think I would pass it.
All right.
No. Oh boy, shit beans.
Cut out 30 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds good.
Thanks a lot,
I'll
Ben.
Get the clips. All right, this has been episode 163 of Barley Me. I've been your host, Ben Rice. Erle Mankin from Jackrabbit Brewing, Sacramento Area Brewers Guild, Sacramento Beer Week. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks so much for listening. Get home safe.